Theia is one of the most support-heavy heroes in Call of Dragons, but how far you really need to go in investing to make her work? Today I will break down the minimum you should put into Theia and when it's worth to go all in. Hey guys, it's Burgers here and welcome to another Call of Dragons video. Don't forget to hit one like and subscribe if you get value from this video. Let's start with what most players are curious about. What is the bare minimum for Theia? And the bare minimum for Theia is actually 5111. I don't know why some people are saying something like 555, even though 555 is not a good option, but we're going to go also there. But the minimum for every hero you want to play with is actually 5111. Just having a rage skill at level 5. This is the minimum. I don't know why people are jumping over like 55 or 555, which each of these spells is extremely... It costs a lot. It costs a lot. And people know how valuable are the golden tokens in Call of Dragons. And, you know, the bare minimum should be a bare minimum. With a 5111, you're going to actually receive this, of course, rage skill is going to be at max. You're going to receive the shield. You're going to get this 15% increasing the hero skill damage and the rest of the stuffs here. Just at level 1, which is attack bonus, attack maximum bonus, some boost for the flying heroes, and this one is actually my favorite one, attack bonus and hero skill damage taken reduction. This is the minimum for Theia. The minimum, but there is other options that may be interesting for you if you want to go little more further for Theia. And I have a question: do you stop at 5111 with support heroes, or do you go deeper even if you're free to play player? But what if you're mage main or you're playing a cavalry? Where should you go from there? Alright, now for those of you who is main specialty for the troops is actually a marksman's and cavalry, here comes the next investment that I'm going to suggest you for the Theia. If you want to go one step above the 5111 for Theia. And this is actually 5511. And I'm going to explain you why. First thing, and of course I'm going to explain why 5551 is better for mages. Now the next spell is extremely important. When in the field, the Legion attack is increased by 15% and take 15% less hero skill damage. This is a great increasing for survivability on point of getting hit by rage skill, which is doing crazy amount of damage. Most of the heroes, you know, but also you get some attack bonus. Now attack bonus is going to perfectly fit for marksmen and cavalry, also mages, any troop. But why I don't suggest the final one for cavalry and marksman? The main reason behind is here we have Legion gets 20% defense, which is perfect, you know, more defense. But the next thing is extremely important. When Legion is composed entirely of flying units, their attacks increased by 10% and their march speed is increased by 20%. So the only, the only main players that is using a flying troops is Spring Guardian with Eagles and Mage mains with League of Order. The main reason behind is League of Order, people are running Celestials. They're not running Vestals. Even though that I'm running actually like three legions with Celestials and 2 with Vestals, just because the Vestals is giving 20% more HP. They're providing with this buff, the Legion. So I think this is extremely valuable, but I'm running with Celestials, which is a flying unit. The cavalry main are running, most of 99% are running the ground units, you know. Those troops are not a flying one. Marksman main are running their cows or ballista. This is a ground units. Nobody's going with the flying one. I mean, at least nobody's, I hope nobody's doing that. But in general, for marksmen and cavalry, the first and the second spell maxed is the next minimum. Again, the minimum is just the rage skill at 5. If you go as a cavalry or marksman, you can go actually with the second. And the third one, if you're mage main. This is how the things are, and this is how the things I see them. It's just getting the benefits from the spell. Why are you going to go with cavalry and you do like 555-1? When you're with ground units, you're only going to get 20% Legion defense. That's all. And it's not enough to go in extra investment, because At the beginning, it's going to cost you like 10 heads, you know, 10 golden tokens. After next level is going to be 10, after this is 15, after this is 15, or 3 times 10, and after this is 15. You know, it's progression on how much each spell costs, so you have to be extremely careful how much you invest in one hero. So for mage main can be 5551, for the cavalry and marksman main can go 5511. Now if you want to go with infantry, I think 5-5 is also enough. Now here we have a defense, but so far in Call of Dragons we don't have any flying infantry. I'm not so sure this thing is going to change. I don't know with this armor how those things is going to fly, but in general this is my suggestion as a second minimum, or this is a mid spending. This is basically a mid spend. The minimum is like 5111. And of course I have question for you guys. What is your main troop type? Are you using flying legions or staying on the ground? Let me know what kind of troops you're using. Are they mostly grounded? Do you have some flying one? Obviously, if you're a mage man, you're going to have Celestials, you know. I hope there is no mage man with Wilderberg or Spring Warden. And yeah, just let me know in the comments. I write off my comments. Now let's talk about the ultimate form of the Theia, Full Awakening. Yo, bro, I sound like a Hollywood. Oh my god. So far, what we got, the bare minimum in this video, of course, 5111. And for the mages, cavalry, and marksmen, the next step if you want to invest in this hero. Now, what is coming up? Is it worth maxing her out? Let's dive in. And this is the Full Awakening. Is it worth it? Now, this is the big question. Should you go all the way? And obviously, you're going to see my opinion just by looking my Theia. Now, most of the people are going to awake their hero, but they're definitely not going to put like 6 stars. Because I think these days stars is more valuable from the heads. I'm so unlucky with these golden medals or legendary medals. But yeah, I definitely think she deserves Awakening. And the thing for this is giving one extra shield, which is extremely valuable. Now we're going to see some heroes that, you know, have a pretty decent Awakening. I'm not going to point this hero, of course. But you're going to see some other heroes that don't have that great Awakening. I'm not going to point some other heroes, of course. But Theia, for me, in my opinion, is definitely worth Awakening. This giving these shields for 1000 for 5 seconds. This is a great absorb. And we're at the stage where the people is not going outside with a single legion. Most of the times they're going with couple legion. And here's the thing, Theia is extremely flexible heroes for all kind of troops. You're going to see Theia with cavalry, you're going to see Theia with mages, you're going to see Theia with any flying existing creature in Call of Dragons. Theia is there, you know, she's having a ticket for these legions. And yeah, I definitely think she deserves Awakening. It's from season 1. This may put some question in the heads of the people. Why should I actually go for her? I can actually get her from the gold keys. Look at this thing. She's right here. I can get her from here. Why should I invest? And the short answer is just an absolutely crazy great hero. It's from season 1. Most of the people make a suggestion that the heroes from season 1 is something like a trash hero and don't deserve to be here or something like this. Even though there's absolutely crazy heroes from season 1. And I'm going to point, of course, Velin, Lilia. Velin still the top mage combo in Call of Dragons. Don't write in the comments Margaret Zeta. They're marks ones, okay? Just don't stop this don't start this conversation. And also, Emrys is extremely good. We have a lot of great heroes from the season 1. But so far on the end game, Theia is still like absolutely. I still use her, and I use her a lot. Absolutely great hero for the survivability. And again, the game is built right in these times in Call of Dragons. The game is built around survivability. The more time your legions survive, the more time your heroes is going to cast their raid skill, the more damage you're going to do. And if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new to this channel, leave a comment below with your Theia setup. Join our Discord for early access to me, and also we have people there that can answer your question. We're building our small Call of Dragons community there, so everybody's welcome, so you can also join there. Also, you can become a member of this channel and get shout out in my next video. Also, you're going to support the channel if you enjoy what you see, and you're going to get access to all of my streams. And here comes the next question. Do you think support heroes like Theia deserve full awakening? Or would you rather spend your legendary tokens on something that is specifically for your main troop? Now let's talk about the practical use. Where does Theia pair the best with? So you're invested in Theia, that's great. Where and how should you actually use her? And I can actually say as a mage main where I'm going to use her and how I use her. Now normally this is my legions, maybe there's going to be changes here, okay? There's going to be some changes there, but you can see on the first place I use Lilia with Theia. Theia is going to give Lilia extra 15% more hero skill damage, and we know that the Lilia is the biggest damage dealer in Call of Dragons. Even though Tara for example is giving like 20%, you know, and giving some healing. There was some competition. I call Tara a little Theia, even though that she's not having any kind of shield. But the first combo is actually Lilia with Theia. Again, here comes the survivability and also boosting the hero skill damage. And keep in mind, Lilia Awakened can hit 3 legions for 120. Let me go like this. For 120 and have 50% chance to inflict Scorch. That is doing 200 per second for 5 seconds. This is 1000 in extra. But in the same time, you have this one 30% chance to scorch up to 2 surrounding enemy legions if the target legion is scourged. This is with the normal attacks. So if you hit something that is scourged for 3 seconds, there is a pretty decent chance you spread this thing. So you can see how the Lilia can explode, basically explode, doing over 7000 damage. So everything boosting this hero skill damage is going to be absolutely great. So that's where I use mainly Theia, but also I can suggest Thunderlin. The main reason for the Thunderlin is her third spell, which is a Magic Legion led, but this hero gets 30% magic attack and provide 20% more shields and healing. Now here of course Mu is a good option, but also a Theia. On 1000 shield, 20% is 200, and if you spread this shield, if you have Theia Awakened, it's going to be 1200 also for the next shield you're spreading around your legions. So I think this is also an absolutely great boost for the legions, and so far this is where I'm using Theia. Of course there is some for cavalry, for marksmen. You can see different ways of using Theia, but so far this is how I use Theia. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit one like, subscribe. Also become a member if you want to support the channel and get some extra benefits. Join the Discord, link in the description. You're going to find the link there. And of course I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.